gonna get absolutely slaughtered with, and that's, oop, no, I wanted to show it off a bit first. And that is a German-US combined arms deck. This is something I've had, I won't say I've been working on it for a long time, because that's disingenuous. It's just something I just think it's something I've never streamed before, and with the somewhat recent change to the ARADO, I think that positions, it's just like a nice addition. Okay, never mind. We're just jumping right into it then. Never mind. That all looks fine. This might be like a 30-minute thing, because I don't think this deck is like particularly good. What I like about the ARADO, the new ARADO in this deck, is because it's easier to trigger, and because the combined arms archetype doesn't have that many orders in it. You can get your guaranteed namesake card or the joint operations, which are both really nice hits with this. It just means that like when this is drawing you cards in this deck, it's often something you want. So it looks like we're playing against Alpine. Well, that makes our decision super easy then. We're just gonna bomb this twice and run this into that before he does any shenanigans. That's fine, we have plenty of cards. Shooting our face. Worst matchup? Which one? The one that we just played or this one? Because in this one I couldn't tell you. It's probably got a lot of bad matchups. If it's the last one, then it's a different question. Yeah, this one I have no idea. I haven't played it that much. I feel like it probably just gets picked apart by most of the mid-range decks running around, like the Soviet mid-range. And it's not quite, it's like an aggressively slanted mid-range deck, so it's like trying to go fast and beat others, but I think it's just not quite fast enough to do that. If they're running any sort of reasonable amount of removal, or that if they understand what you're doing, they're going to keep your board in check and make your combined arms and your joint operations all that much less effective. I think we can... Oh, how mean. Alright, I guess we just replay that then. Of all the cards to hit, it hit our combined arms. Well, what I wanted to do there was power this up and then shoot him, but... It was probably the last card we wanted to see. That's unfortunate, but I mean, you know. Oh, that's a bit strange. That's a bit of a bug, eh? Oh, or it's just not. This says I'm going to do 2 attack. Guess we want to just go... Let's see if we do 2. Yeah, it's just, there's a bit of a display bug. Could take a screenshot of that. I haven't heard the new sound effects, so that's kind of cool. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just not quite enough. 5, 6, 7. I think we don't want to just do this. That's interesting. That's lethal, right? Because these count themselves now. And even if they don't, I could play this, then this, and shoot. Okay, good first game. Before we continue, maybe people want to see what's in the list before we go. So at the bottom end here, we got some ARADO, like I explained. The only orders we're running in this deck are combined arms and joint operations, so it's just very consistent in what you get with it, and it's often something you really want if you're ahead on board. The awkward thing is that combined arms is typically a deck that wants a lot of units on board and wants to get ahead on board unit-wise, so like oftentimes this is not going to be drawing you cards in the mid to late game, but when it does, it's really good. And then what we're using, so the reason why I kind of like, one of the sweet things about running German US combined arms deck is because you can run these Greyhounds here at the bottom end, which tend to power up the variety of units that we have that are sitting in our support lines, such as fighters like the ARADO, bombers like this HENSCHEL here, and our various other fighters, bombers, and artillery pieces all get a benefit from that being in the front line, and plus it's a tank that we can then play combined arms on, make it nice, big, nasty threat, and deal a lot of damage very quickly. Speaking of artillery, I skipped over this one. T19 Howitzer, solid artillery unit, especially when it's being powered up by the Greyhounds. And what's nice about this is that it lets us ignore guard units. So either we can ignore guard units by shooting them when they're low enough with this, or if we have a big, chunky tank that we just hit with combined arms in the front line, we can then get around that guard unit by shooting with the howitzer and then hitting face, which is nice. And then everything else I feel like is pretty standard for combined arms here. We got third Fallschirmjäger, 99th Infantry Battalion, just nice, more infantry units to count towards that requirement, and plus since we're more low to the ground aggressive version of combined arms, this is nice to just bounce problem units off the table and just tempo our opponent out of the game as a way that we can tempo the opponent out of the game. Hummels over here and Panzer III-H at the top end. This is nice because it lets us find our missing units that we might have that we want to make our joint operations or combined arms a little bit better, and is a fine threat in its own right. This is also a great combined arms target because it's got such a low operation cost and decent stats for what it does anyway. As I said though, I think the deck overall, probably not that effective in the current meta. I think it's just a little bit too slow against all the mid-range decks that are trying to keep Japan aggro in check, and I also don't think it's I don't think it's quite fast enough to get under what bigger decks are doing, like British control decks and the like. If we're on the play, do we want this ARADO? Possibly not. Hey Wild Eyes, hope you're enjoying your evening. It is the afternoon where I am on the east coast of Canada. No, not quite the east coast, but Eastern Standard Time here. I don't know what I keep here. These are all nice big. Maybe we get rid of that. That's kind of nice if they're playing a more aggressive deck. I like all the 3 defense units are going to be hard for him to take off the table if he is playing more aggressive. Greetings, greetings. Welcome, everyone from around the world. I'm glad you could tune in. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Just plays nothing. Are we about to get... I wasn't really looking at the screen. Are we about to get Careless Talk? Let's play that out and see. Nope. So this is kind of one of the problems that this deck has, right? It's like I could run out more units, and if we just keep getting hit by removal, he just kind of picks apart our strategy, but using the units we already have on the board is not like that big a deal to the opponent most of the time because they're just so low power. You really need the synergy between units to really... for it to really get going. They're all fairly strong, fairly aggressive units in their own right, but they're not quite as fast. So it just feels like right now, if you really want to like just go fast and kill your opponent before they know what's going on, you want to be playing Japan X aggro right now, either with Germany or Soviet. It seems it's like the way to go. Greyhound would be an excellent draw. We could do a lot of damage with that. Would also turn on this Hummel in our hand, which I think is important. See, and normally a card like Wolfpack would be pretty bad against an aggressive deck that has like all these units out on board and is hitting and that are attacking them, but because we're not like that, they're not that powerful, he's like fine just like throwing that out. He's paired with that. That is interesting. Paired with Japan. I didn't expect that based on his start. I thought he was more controlling. Could have seen him playing something, just other things. I mean, Akita is actually not bad again, like as a control card, right? Because it's it can trade 2-for-1 against other aggressive strategies. So that's something we wanted to see a long time ago. Now it's kind of awkward because like I could use it here, which is all fine and dandy, but I'm losing 3 HP to clear that off the table. We don't have any more of our howitzers to get around that guard unit and like deal 6 to him, so we're just gonna have to run this into that unit. We're probably dead at this point, but we'll see. We'll see what else he's got in hand. I can't imagine we can win when with what he could potentially have. So so let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm actually gonna run this out because I really don't want this thing to trigger on this. So I can eat this effectively. Oh, he had the missing. Okay, that's fine. I think it's safe to just call it. Yeah, we're not even drawing a card for this turn, so we'll move on. Hey, we didn't lose any stars at least. I'm pretty glad we caught the general on our first win, because there's a good chance we just lose from here on out. Which is fine by me. I'm fine showing this deck off before we move on to some of the more powerful, more consistent German decks for this season. And I'm actually not sure what I want to play with Germany. We'll see. We might look at streaming German mid-range deck or two next week or later this week. Maybe I'm supposed to throw back one of those other two if I'm expecting this to draw cards. Now we have all the combined arms we could ever want or need. I think I actually just have to kill that, or this is just gonna cause so many problems for us. Looks like they're just gonna be the better buff deck. Do I play out the Greyhound as kind of a distraction? I think we just wait to play the Panzer III next turn. Hopefully it survives with its high defense, and then we can like combined arms it, run it into something else. Maybe this. Draw the card that draws us a card. You could just pin our unit, huh? Was really hoping to hit a joint operation there. Sweet. So now play this. Do we want to just buff that again? It'll be sad when this dies, but at least he has to really focus on killing it. And then we still have these nice big threats, but now we're out of combined arms. So... Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can kill that without taking damage from it. I think that's right. I think we want to do our best to keep these units alive. The thing that can't attack into your board anyway? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Ooh, howitzer. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that what we do? I can't play the howitzer then, which means I must be killing that. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Could also do that. I was just gonna say, hopefully he attacks the bomber again. So we really don't care about the bomber. We can attack him anyway with it. Can we keep these? We don't know what we're getting. Let's throw that back for now, I think. So one of these two is probably getting hit by gunship mission now, but it is what it is. Hopefully it's this. Probably won't be. Okay. I could see there being an argument to hitting this with dive bombing so that this plus Bloody Sickle can't kill it. But he has a lot of things that could just kill that anyway. Now this kills this cleanly, so... One, two... 3, 4, 5. So we're in a decent spot, except we have 2 cards to the enemy's 6 in hand. Very likely playing a lot of bigger, nastier stuff. Wow, that was an aggressive use of those cards. Now what do we do? Why didn't he move? Oh, yeah, I guess he couldn't. I think we just have to play that out as a 2-4. right. What does he have now? Yeah, we were just fast enough to get under what he was doing. Oops, wrong deck. Whoops, 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 whoops. On the play is kind of nice because we can go play this 1-3. That's going to be annoying. The FLAMMPANZER this, then we can FALLSCHIRMJÄGER the following turn, hopefully. Get a 4-4. Pretty obligated to kill that now instead. Yeah. We get punished if he has exactly that, but I think in the long run, we're winning the game if we... we're only winning the game if we get rid of that signal regiment. They have a billion cards, but when does Japan aggro not have a billion cards? Yeah, of course they got the ping. We actually need to kill this. Move this forward, bounce this, so this just doesn't trade. It actually survives. But, you know, Bloody Sickle, more Katyushas. They could be running Tor for whatever reason. So... may as well move that forward. The best we can hope for is this trading into something like this anyway. Chances are we won't even get that. That's all we got. Let's move on with our lives. Yeah, Japan's a little aggressive. Just a bit. You know, we haven't been running into it that much on the ladder. So I think what we'll do is actually play the Soviet German mid-range deck that we were planning to. The Drogear special. I think we'll try that. That's nice. We can kill one token. Be cool if like you could click the enemy's deck and it would show like a nice high-res version of their card back. That way you could just... It'd just be a way to show it off more and then entice people to buy them from the store. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I think that this and this are the part of the same package. Part of the same cosmetic package. Boo. Okay, I just talked about us not running into the into that deck, and it looks like that's exactly what we've run into here. I don't get why people... Like, why would he do that there? It's not even that great if he gets the... Even if he wins the coin flip there, that's just such a bad trade to me. That's why I hate that. One of the biggest reasons why I wish they would get rid of the randomly deal 1 extra damage from this card is because it just makes... It encourages people to make just such bad plays, hoping they win a coin flip. And I just think it makes for some pretty awful gameplay overall. Plus, it's just very frustrating when the enemy is constantly winning, getting the extra damage, and you're not. The card is fine without it, in my opinion. 2K011 artillery that can be buffed, but there's so many things that can buff it temporarily or permanently in this game. I don't think it needs this 50% chance to deal more damage. I think it's just silly. So normally I'd love him using such a high-powered removal spell on a ground unit there like that, but we don't have much else going on, so it's kind of sucks. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's not even that it's like necessarily too strong, it's just tilting. And it's just, and as I said, it just like encourages bad play, in my experience. It just generates just awful gameplay patterns. And on top of all that, I think the card's reasonably powerful without it anyway. So... definitely on the hit list for things I'd wish to see change. If possible. I'm actually just going to bounce this. I mean, feels bad, but kind of have to. We might be able to steal this game on the back of these joint operations and all the damage we have on board right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can... How much damage is that? 3, 6, 9... And that's another 4, so that's 11. What the hell are my math skills? That's 13. So, I'm actually hoping he does play out that tank again. How dare he? Ooh, that's nice. that's like the exact card we didn't want to see. So he needs like a guard unit plus something to take this off the table. We don't care about Yak 9s or his Panther A's or anything like that. Is that what he drew? He must have seen some terrible cards off the top for that to be his choice. Yeah, GG. That's an excellent card in this matchup. That's an excellent card. This might be fine. This might not be good enough, though. I don't know. This is iffy. With this, maybe I want to look for something better. Okay, there we go. ARADO gets to do its thing. Probably just play a third Fallschirmjäger on 2, and then FLAMMPANZER on 3, depending on what he does. Okay, now I'm just going to eat that, because if I really can't afford that getting hit with Juggernaut. And if we got something to use our other resource on too, so it wasn't, so yeah, that's fine. I think that's annoying enough that I want to hit that there. No, probably not. Probably just want to do this before he gets value off of it, because what he could do is he could, yeah, anyway, he could run that into this thing and get a card draw off of it. Let's just do this. Honestly, it's a pretty big win for us if he's constantly hitting our units with this instead of our HQ anyway, so fine. Go crazy. It's not that big of a deal. I think you need to play, yeah, I think you need to play that before. Let's see what we get here. Perfect. I think now we hit the caddy. His best draw. Really? Okay. We're dead. You know, those were a pretty good couple of back-to-back draws there. Oh, I didn't check. Was this the... No. If that was the thing he hit with Zhukov, he would have played it immediately. Tilt. Ah, didn't matter. Probably that. Wow, that sucks for him. Yeah, let's kill that. That's gonna get +2/+2. I don't think that's good enough. Play that, shoot that. That's what I like to see. This means now this can't just be hit with Avenger. Is what it is. He's probably a little bit too healthy for what we have going on to matter. Probably just gonna... Probably not able to keep up with what he's got going on. So now the question, do I hit this and eat this with one of these, fearing a potential alliance off the top of his deck, or what? Or am I just supposed to, like, hope he doesn't have that? Looks like it's not gonna matter. We don't have anything to deal with this. We're supposed to get under cards like this. I think we died. We'll take another draw step just because we have a lot going on, but the chances of us winning from this position are basically non-existent. Another Bloody Sickle on top of all that. His turn wasn't good enough, he had to have a Bloody Sickle too. We'll do one more with this deck. Yeah, it's about time to move on to the next. Actually, we'll just whatever. Oh, look at that. It's like it's poetic or something. Now we get to face the guy, and we're the man who created the next deck that we're gonna play. Am I supposed to just draw? Can't kill that with one thing anyway. Good. What would I rather have? Wonder if we'll see him just draw two with a thingy here. Nope. Yeah, that's perfectly fine by me. So now what do we want to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, move that forward. Maybe. Thanks. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kills that. Beautiful. That's unfortunate. Just found all of his Awoken Giants. Just casual. A billion Awoken Giants. And now we draw Combined Arms. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we're going to move on to the next deck, but I'm going to take a quick break for that. Text is so big and ugly, I need an actual, like, screen for this, I think. That's fine, this will do for now. All right, be right back. Oh, and I should probably shut off the recording at this point. Whoops.